Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to handle this flowchart problem. Um, and this problem is coming from May, June of 2025, paper 2 Computer Science, Algorithms, Programming and Logic. Okay, so here's the problem. At this point, I want to ask, have you subscribed? Have you liked? Have you shared this video? Have you dropped in your comment? Please, if you've not, it is very important that you do that. Okay, subscribe, like this video so that you can equally share it. That way, this video gets to as many persons as possible. Okay, so have you done that? Thank you. All right, let's proceed. So the question says that the flowchart shows an algorithm that is used to input 50 numbers. Let me highlight the key points that we need to take note of. We're inputting 50 numbers, and each number is stored in the variable value when you input it. So you store it in value. Okay. Any number that is less than or equal to minus 20 or greater than or equal to 50 is rejected. Okay. And re-inputted. So you're looking at minus 20. So let me highlight all of this and then the re-input. So which is very important. That's the validation that we need to take note of here. The accepted numbers are added together as they are entered, and the total and average. So take note of this. You're doing total, you're doing average. Okay, of the numbers are output at the end of the algorithm. So here we are, they say complete the flowchart. Okay, so we need to complete this flowchart. So part of the flowchart has already been done for us. So we need to complete it. All right. So if you take note, here is the input, yeah? Okay, so here we need to accept the value. Remember they told us that the value is where the input to be stored, yeah? So let's do that. Okay, so the value is entered here, which is the first thing that we need to do. So you need to take note that this symbol is the input and the output symbol. Yeah. Okay. So after that, um, I think at this point we need to validate the input. Okay. So let's just quickly do that here while I explain. Greater than or equal to 50. Okay. So if this is the case, then it should be rejected. Yeah. So if this is the case, then it should be rejected. So if the answer is yes, so you should go back there for a re-input. But if it is no, then we need to proceed. All right. So here they say we should find the next part. They say uh, we should add up the numbers together as they are entered. Okay. So remember that this is the decision symbol. Okay. Yeah. So that's that. So this will return true or false. That is yes or no. So here then is the process symbol where we need to now remember here is the total. Okay, so we need to keep summing them up here, which is a technique called totaling. Okay, total will now be equal to total plus 1. Okay, um, so this is the symbol that we need to use for the equal to. Yeah, okay. In case you're wondering the how I got that very window, I pressed my Windows key plus the semicolon button. Okay, Windows semicolon or the colon button, that will give you that, and then you can just scroll down to find that symbol quickly. Okay. Meanwhile, I learned this from a student of mine. Yes, a student of mine taught me this, so I'm a proud teacher. Yeah, I learned from them. All right, so let's move on. So, okay, so sorry. While I was talking, I forgot what I was supposed to do. So this should be value there. Okay, so um, Do I need to expand this a bit? What's happening to this guy? Well, I'm not sure what the problem is here, but this guy keeps going off. Okay, but you basically understand the point here, right? So you basically understand this point. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here. Please, if you know what we are supposed to do here, do find a way to let us know. Okay, let's both let's all learn from you. I don't know why this is behaving this way. Okay, but you understand the gist, right? So that's that. Okay, it's still behaving this way. Okay, let's move on, but you get the gist, right? So this is total equals total plus the value that has been entered. Okay, so after that point, what we need to do here is to, this very count here, we need to now keep count of the number of entries that have been made. So count will be equal to, count will be equal to count plus 1. Yeah, that's that. Yes, the same thing keeps happening. I'm not sure, but please, if you have an idea of what we can do to fix this, let us know, okay? All right, so I'm going to leave this way, but you understand exactly, right? Thank you, thank you, thank you. So here is where we now need to uh, check the number of entries so that we get to either end the entries or just look back again to continue entry. Okay, so at this point, we can say is count equal to 50 because the question says there are 50 numbers entered. Yeah. Okay, so this should be a question mark. Oh, I didn't add a question mark there. Should also be a question mark. Ah, looks like I've entered the same problem here again. Okay, but you understand exactly what I'm trying to do, right? All right, so if it is not equal to 50, then you go back to continue taking more entries. Okay, so when you are done with the entries, the question says we need to output the total and the average. Okay, so here that's what we need to do it. So any of them can come first, but according to the question, let's do the total first. So you do output. Okay, so after that, the next thing we need to do is to equally output the average. So I'm just going to do average. Average will be total divide by, you can say divide by 50 or divide by count. It's still going to work. Yeah, I believe so. Because at this point, 50 should be equal to, count should be equal to 50. So you can do count here or do 50. It will just work. Yep. Okay, let me drop this down a bit. Okay, so this solves the problem. So by doing this, our flowchart, our algorithm is okay. Okay. Is there anything else that we missed? I don't think there's any other thing that we missed. Okay, so the B part says explain how you would alter the flowchart in 7a, that is this very flowchart here, so that it will individually store each accepted value as it is entered. Now take note, store each accepted value. Store each accepted value. Oh, sorry, let me use my highlighting tool. Okay, so here we are. Store each accepted value as it is entered. Okay, so once you're entering it, you're storing it, and then output all the numbers. So you output all the numbers one after the other. Okay, outside of the loop. that imputes the values. Let me highlight this outside loop that imputes the value. So here is the loop that imputes the value. The loop that imputes the value is here. Okay, this is the loop that imputes the value. This one here is the loop. This one here is the loop that checks for the count. So this is the loop that they are referring to, the loop that imputes the value. This guy is inside of this loop. Okay, so they say output it outside, so that means you can output around this area. That will be just perfect. Or you can even output here if you want. That will be perfect as well. Okay, so you just need to explain how you're going to do it. The best way that you can store all of these inputted numbers is into an array, because you are not expected to create 50 variables to do this job. So you need to put it inside of an array. Okay, so I have just explained what we need to do. Okay, so let me quickly show you guys what I mean. Yeah, so here is what exactly I've been trying to explain. So you directly input into the array. So I call it numbers. You can choose to call it whatever name you want, as long as it is a suitable and a meaningful name. Okay, so and then we will use the count. We will use the count as the index. Yeah, this very count. So this will be the first entry. So by the time we loop again, it will be this will become 1, right? Okay. So here now you output the numbers. You see, so you output the numbers here using still using the count as your index. Yeah. So again here you now need to continue as planned. Yeah. So instead of doing value here, you're now doing number count, because that is where the imputed value has been stored. And then you continue with your counting, and then checking, and every other thing works as normal. So these are the only changes you need to make. Okay, so maintaining this count here, what else do I need to add here? Now, if you choose not to do this here, if you choose not to do this output here, and you want to do it outside of the two loops completely, then you can do it here, but you need to create another loop that is going to, you have to create a different loop, a different count statement, that would be incrementing, and then you can print everything here. That is if you don't want to do it inside of the second loop. Yeah. Okay. So, but I really think that doing it here is the best. Okay, so now we need to put this in statements. Yeah, we need to type it. Okay, so here are the things that I just explained. Okay, so and how we should do them. All right. So I believe we've done justice to this question. Okay, thank you very much. If there's any comment you have, any suggestions, any particular year that you want me to look at, please do well to let me know. I'm going to do justice to it, and then I'll get back to you. I hope this video was interactive enough. I hope you learned something from this video. All right, so please do how to like, do how to share, do how to subscribe, okay, and hit the notification button so that when next I post a video, you will be the first to know, okay? See you guys again in the next video. Bye for now.